You're starting to get it a little bit. You're starting to learn the tempo. You're starting to learn to be a physical football team. And that's one of the emphasis we talked about at our team meeting this morning is, we want to make sure we're tough and a physical football team. Today with our pads on was our first opportunity to bang a little bit. But they're starting to get it. So it's fun to watch them mature a little bit.
Does the intensity just pick up a little when you do have the shoulder pads on? So
Naturally, that happens. But I think you gotta foster that as well. But it was good.
What did you see out of the run game portion when you did go physical there?
I really like our left side of the line right now. Those two are playing extremely well together. Devin and Kevin are playing well. So if you can get a couple more guys that play like those guys, you like your chances.
What do you think about the improvements Jillian has made, maybe since you first saw him in the spring to now?
No, he's a smart player. He studies the game, and you know what? He's a guy that can run in space and make some plays. So I think he's going to be a good player for us.
It seems like there's a different intensity among the staff even this fall than there was in the spring. Is that just because you guys know it's coming? And
Absolutely. Yeah, I think obviously we're trying to get to know the guys a little bit, but we're going to pressure them. We're going to put as much pressure on the guys as we can in the next 3 weeks and see if they can handle it.
I know you're only 3 days in, but anybody emerging in those wide receiver group that you sort of liked here?
Again, Delapo's he didn't play as much today, but he's had a couple good days. Danny Etling, Danny Anthrop is doing a really good job. And I think BJ's having a nice camp. Those are three guys that stand out to me right now.
Just Delapo with some soreness in that knee today?
He got a little bit of swelling, not bad, but we're going to back him off with some reps today.
Do you expect Ruben Ibarra to be out extended time?
It sounded like maybe 2 weeks. It was a pretty good high ankle sprain yesterday. It looked pretty bad on the film, so probably 2 weeks.
Just like how Kugler's taken over, maybe the leadership role of that offensive line.
It all starts with him inside. He's the quarterback of that offensive line, and the communication from him on out is imperative. But he's got a little bit of fire behind him.
What do you think of the quarterbacks today?
They're getting better. They're getting better every day. So yeah, they're learning. The game is coming at them fast, and there's a lot of language. It seems to slow one of them down a little bit right now, but he'll pick it up.
Which one?
One of them.
I knew.
I've heard coaches talk about gaining ground a lot over the last 2 days. Is that like a big point of emphasis for the team?
One brick higher every practice. That's all we're worried about. If we can do that, we'll be in good shape.
So shoulder pads again tomorrow, and then full pads Wednesday?
Correct. Yep.
What's the plan tomorrow with sort of that last day before you go full pads?
Same thing. We'll have some emphasis. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it is. It might be a second down. It might be a red zone. But we'll have some type of emphasis, situational football, and then we'll get into some heavy banging on Wednesday.
I saw Bilal Marshall in a red penny. What was wrong with him today?
He had a little bit of a hip flexor strain. Shouldn't be too long now. We just wanted to be cautious with him.
Could you just comment on just how Danny Etling has progressed through 3 days and what you've seen out of him?
Yeah, he's getting better. Again, there's so much that's being thrown at him right now, but he's handling it pretty well, and I expect him to keep growing as we go along.
Rajon Howard was out there today. He passed his hurdle.
He did. Everybody has to go through a sickle cell anemia test, and his finally got approved today, so we'll get him rolling. He's just watching him for the first time, he's got some pretty good feet for a 324-pound guy.
Coach Bridge is very vocal with that offensive line. How do you think that whole unit can look through the season?
We got to find 8 to 9 bodies up front that can play for us all year long. This is a physical conference, and he does a great job with them.
What was the section in the A-Players Manual this morning?
Today was the 8-player section. So we spent some time in that, and just nobody's allowed to underachieve. That's the goal for today.
What's been the reaction for the guys that actually have it now? They have the manual now.
I think it would be best to ask those guys, but it seems like they're really enjoying the book right now.